Alright guys, it's day 177 of grinding until I become a millionaire. These are the daily check-in videos that I film every day to talk about what I'm working on. What time is it? It's only 11. We're on it. We're starting off early. We're getting things going. I'm super tired, so I went to bed at like 4 last night. I finished this video, got it uploaded and stuff. Went to bed at about 4 and then woke up at like 7. And I might have posted that picture this morning. Dude, days have just been all blending together. It's crazy. But anyway, let me see when I posted that. That was this morning. Finished uploading 176 at about 4 a.m. Up at 7:30. People are going to say I got lucky. Dude, I don't stop yet. I get super burnt out about every quarter. Every 3 months, I get so burnt out. I just like eat pizza and ice cream sandwiches and play video games for 2 days straight. That's it. Don't sleep, just all that. 2 days straight. And then I get back to it. But anyway, where we're at currently, I make about $6K a month from my social media marketing agency. I create content for local businesses. I make a couple thousand a month from serving at Olive Garden, and I make about $1,000 to $1,500 a month from my YouTube channels and my affiliate marketing that I do. So, we're really close to 10K. I'd like to get to 10K from the marketing side and then cut out Olive Garden completely. I think once I hit 10K, I'll cut out Olive Garden. So just need a few more clients and we can hit that goal, and then I can spend a lot more time and energy growing these other brands. But yeah, so that's where I'm at currently. It's really crazy to think about how if I worked 100 hours a week at Olive Garden, I would have a hard time making 6K a month. I mean, I guess actually, no, I could probably do 6K a month, but like you can't physically work much more than 40. And if I make 4K a month at 40, then it's like you're pretty much capped out, right? Whereas this, I'm probably making the 6K a month, and it's like 2 times 5, like theoretically, we could say 15, maybe 20 hours per month, not per week, per month. Per month, guys. It's crazy. Now, I'm outsourcing a lot of the work. If I was editing it all myself, I would be screwed. I would be at closer to 40 hours a week probably. But since I'm outsourcing it, it's bought back so much of my time, and like my hourly rate for this stuff is crazy. And it makes sense, it works, but I have to coordinate a lot of shit. I have to find the clients, I have to talk to the clients, I have to sell the clients, I have to create their stuff, I have to set up the social media accounts, I have to work with that, I have to schedule a posting, I gotta assign the stuff to the editor, I gotta do all these different things. So it's like, it's not like it's actually a walk in the park. I like to always make everything seem simpler than it is. See, this is why I'm going to bed early. Oh, anyway, woke up early this morning, took the dog out, worked on a few things, lots of running around, spent a lot of time on the phone with just one person. I did my workout, I did my long walk, I did all of it. I read my book. Like, today was pretty solid, and I kept my calendar pretty much open just to work on a few things that I needed to work on. I pretty much finished up a website for a client. We're going to meet on Friday and go over it and make sure that he's cool with it before we change a few things and get kind of the automation and the system built up on there, the email list and all of that stuff. But it was a big, important thing for me to work on that. I dropped my car off at the shop. This is a fun one. So dropped my car off at the shop this morning at the BMW dealership. Not the dealership, there's a BMW shop that just focuses on BMWs. And it's just down the road from me. And I was like, hey, I need an oil change. My brakes are grinding. And my AC doesn't work. It's like fucking Phoenix. It's over 100 degrees. It's not quite 120, but it's getting hot. And I don't know anything about AC. I don't mess with it. Now, he told me what it is. Anyway, so hold on, we'll get to that. Drop it off, explain all that. Like, the thing's falling apart, right? Last year, before I moved here, When I was living in New Mexico, I did my own business. I made like, $1,000, $1,500 a month from YouTube. It's about the same this year as it was last year. And so in New Mexico, I got food stamps. I got benefits. I didn't have health insurance. I got my health insurance through New Mexico, which was interesting. I got lots of food from the food stamps. And like, I hate myself for going that route because like my family, the way we grew up is like moochers, like fuck those people, blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, dude, I could like get free food and not work as much and ride my bike and just like do my YouTube. So anyway, that's where I was at last year. And then when I met my ex up here, I would come up here like every weekend. So I was driving my car up here like every weekend, probably using the money that I was making. I could get by with it, but I didn't have any extra. And so coming up here, I was putting extra money like in gas on credit card. I wasn't getting oil changes. I wasn't doing maintenance. Like I wasn't doing any of that stuff. And then I moved here, still no money. Like it was a shitty time, and my car definitely has been through it. And that's the moral of the story. During all that time going back and forth, there's a lot of times I probably should have got it checked out, got it serviced, got some stuff fixed, but I didn't. I couldn't. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go get some sleep tonight, guys. I got a meeting tomorrow morning at like 8:30 across Phoenix, though, so I gotta leave here by 7:30. That's kind of why I'm getting up early. So if I go to bed at midnight, I can get 6 hours of sleep. Anyway, car was just getting beat to hell, and it was like just doing what I got to do. Anyway, now I'm here, and now finally, it's been really nice. I got a big payment from a client this month, and like there's money in my bank account, okay? Money in my bank account, enough for rent that's coming up soon, enough for 2 rents that's coming up. Like there's money in the account. And so now I'm like doing all the things that I should have been fucking doing over the last year that I couldn't be doing. So like I finally took Joey to Petco yesterday. She needed her rabies because after the first year, like should have been last year probably, to get that, and couldn't. She got heartworm. She needed heartworm again. She needed Bordetella. She needed Parvo. She needed all these shots for her second round of shots that bad dad didn't get for her last year because I couldn't do it, dude. And so it's like nice. I'm finally at the point. I did that. I bought the stuff that I need off of Amazon to set up in here and just start filming like crazy. I dropped my car off there to get it figured out, see what's going on. So anyway, did that today. Then I finally came back here, worked on stuff for a while. He called me, and this is what he went over. Okay, so oil change, boom. I don't know why it's doing that shit. Oil change, boom. Check the brakes, check the AC, boom. Okay, so they did all that. And then he's saying, all right, the brakes, that's $700 to change just front brakes. The AC is the AC condenser in the dash. $22.50. $22.50 to fix that. Crazy. That's crazy. And that's the only one I honestly care about. I just want to be able to drive with my windows up around town, dude. It sucks. It sucks when it's so hot. But for fucking $2,200, it's hardly worth that. It's hardly worth doing that. So, and then there's like an oil leak that's, this much, and then another oil leak that's this much, and then that's this much. So anyway, about $7,000 to do everything. $7,000. Crazy. And I'm okay with doing some of those things. Brakes I can do myself. Like I'd probably spend $200-$300 on high quality parts if I wanted to. Probably $200 if I went like mid tier. And then I'd still have to buy at least one jack and probably a few tools. So I'm in it for like $300, $400, and then I spend a few hours of my time to do it and save myself $400. I'm fine with that. AC shit, I don't know anything about. And where this one is, apparently it's inside the dash. So you gotta tear the dash apart, you gotta tear part of the front of the car apart. It's a bitch. And I believe that. And I don't mess with the dash stuff. I don't mess with the interior stuff, AC stuff. You still got to get it charged afterwards. Like, it's a headache. And so it's like, I would pay somebody that. But my budget going into it was about 1,000. I'm like, yeah, look, if he says AC is this much, we fix it for 1,000, I'll go for it. I'll spend $1,000 to not fucking sweat all the time in the car. 2,000, 22. I just don't think it's worth it yet. And I was looking online, and you can, okay, two thoughts here, but you can like get a Tesla for not that bad, right? They're just like slicing the prices of Teslas like crazy. And my next thought process, like I've been thinking about it for a year now, is like the next car I get, I'm just gonna lease it. Like anytime, even if it is a brand new car, you buy it, you drive it for 3 years, you're losing money each year. Even if you trade it in, like you're probably just continuing out how much you owe. And it doesn't make sense. And then if you don't trade it in, you just keep it forever. Like it's just such a big depreciating asset. And then if you have something go wrong, you buy your car, a few years later the water pump's bad, the timing chain's bad, just whatever. You got to pay for all that. So I have been like, I'm not buying another car. I'm gonna lease it. I don't care what it is. I'll lease it and not own it. I don't want to own the car 3 years later anyway, because I've fucking drove it all around. I've drove it all around. Why would I want to own it now? It's fallen apart. It is 3 years closer to something catastrophic happening. I've always had bad luck with cars, though, it seems like. But yeah, so like I could lease a Model 3, a half decent one, not the performance or get the long range, but even if it was, it like comes out to like $600 a month, $3,000 down, $500 to $600 a month. Not bad. Put $3,000 down, spend $5,000 over the next 3 years, like $15,000 to drive that car over 3 years. Not bad. I guess 18, closer to 20. But that's not bad, because in my head it's not bad. I don't know. Let's say I buy a $60,000 car. In 3 years, is that car going to be worth more than $40,000? Probably not. Probably not. So it's like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. And if something major happens to it in that 3 years, I guess maybe you have a warranty, you're responsible for it. Whereas the lease, it's like, hey, this is not my car. This battery blowing up, sorry, So that's where my head's at. I'm not going to do anything for a while. I'm going to just use this extra money, pay off my debt. When I pay off my debt, I'm probably spending $500 or $600 in minimums right now anyway. So if I pay all that off, then I have that extra $500-$600 a month that could go towards paying off my car really quickly, and then go towards a new car lease payment. So anyway, that's where my head's at. I just think it's the better option. Obviously, I do a lot more research before I actually do it, but in my head, it makes the most sense. I've never bought a car and then sold it for the same or more than it was worth. Like it's going to depreciate. And if it's less headache and you just lease the damn thing and bring it back in 3 years, makes sense to me. But anyway, for a Tesla, like $500, I feel like that's a really good deal, especially because the AC would work. Mine's not working. And so there's another thought process, right? Like, okay, do I put $2,000-$3,000 into the car, or do I put $2,000-$3,000 into a down payment on the Tesla and just start leasing it? That's probably what I'll do. That makes the most sense in my head. Especially because like $2,000-$3,000 in the car only covers like half the things that are wrong with it. I don't know. It's like if it's not one thing, it's another. But we got one more person that should sign up for the social media plan and bump me up to. Would that put me at? Hold on, 1, 2. Yeah, it put me at like $7,000 a month from that, and then a couple meetings over the next week. We'll see if anything happens with them, but. It can all happen super quickly is what I'm getting at, and it's important to have a reliable car where the brakes aren't going every time you stop, and where the AC is not working, and so those are the next steps. But anyway, that was a big tangent about the car. It's just so fucking annoying, dude. So annoying. It's like not one thing, it's another. Finally got it running. Finally got the radiator put in, and then I get it going. I'm like, damn, you know what? The AC wasn't working before the radiator broke anyway. I forgot about that. But it was like November, so it didn't really matter. Anyway, life just keeps going, man. It keeps coming at me, it keeps hitting me in the face. But you guys have been super, super awesome, super supportive and helpful, and I'm very thankful for everyone who's on this journey with me. This guy says, I hope you reach your goal. I believe you never give up. You got this. Bro, messing up is part of the experience. Set your mind to set your mind up to become a millionaire. This is a good one. This is one I wanted to reflect on here. He says, brother, you got to stop with the negative talk and saying you're going to screw up. You're going to mess up if you keep saying that. I can see how driven you are, and you'll make it. I'm super excited to see where you are in the next 170 days from now. And that's what I need, because it is kind of a self-doubt thing. It's not like there. It's not like I see impending doom coming onto my business, but it's like I feel like maybe I'm gonna mess something up, or I don't have the confidence to do this, or I don't have the skills. And it's not true. Like, I'm gonna be fine, and I need to practice more positive stuff out there in the world. So anyway, appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and we'll see you tomorrow for day 178. Otherwise, get lots done, make lots of money.